My name's Sam. The artifact I chose for this rhetorical analysis paper is the revolutionary speech from the movie V for Vendetta. For those who have not seen the film, it's really great. I definitely recommend it. The movie V for Vendetta was released in 2006, based on a graphic novel. It takes place in a parallel dystopian universe where the United Kingdom is the top world superpower and are under the control of an authoritarian leader named High Chancellor Adam Sutler. The main character V is a vigilante against the authoritarian government of Adam Sutler, and disguised as a British revolutionary Guy Fawkes, who attempted to blow up British Parliament in 1605 on November 5th. The artifact analyzed in this essay, again, is V's revolutionary speech, which he delivers by taking over a government news network, their emergency broadcast system, by force to spread a revolutionary message to the people of London on November 5th, 2019, to overthrow the government and to spread the message of revolution and, to overthrow the government and tyranny in the United Kingdom. I chose this artifact because I recently watched the movie on November 5th of this year, and even though I have seen it 100 times, that scene still really moves me. The strong, honest language he uses is so persuasive, and also was kind of cool because when the movie was made to take place in a dystopian future, back in 2006, that dystopian future is actually today, 2019, 2020. That's when the movie is supposed to take place. And it's interesting because you can draw so many parallels to what V says in the speech. And he talks about how fear can cause tyranny and that people shouldn't fear their government, but rather the government should fear its people. The method I used for this analysis was ideological criticism, which assesses the deeper meaning of an artifact and the beliefs it suggests rather than the face value of its content. I thought ideological criticism was the best type of method for this artifact because V's speech shows really two conflicting ideologies. The first is the tyranny of Supreme Leader Sutler's authoritarian leadership, and that surveillance is really the only way to order. And the other is V's perspective of rebellion, and that being free from tyranny is the only life worth living. And the research questions that I asked were what type of ideologies lead to the formation of authoritarian leadership, and what are the mechanisms of rhetoric that can inspire a citizen uprising to overthrow a totalitarian government. Some key findings in my analysis are, I'm going to share with you a few quotes from the artifact that I would, the first one, there is from V's speech. There are, of course, those who do not want us to speak. Words will always retain their power. Words offer the means to meaning. And for those who will listen, the enunciation of truth. And rhetoric, basically what V's saying is rhetoric is the most important aspect of political and societal influence, which is why authoritarian rulers attempt to control what people say, especially about their own government. And V's daring act of using the government's own emergency broadcast system to promote an ideology that challenges that of the regime leader is a statement that will forever echo in the minds of his audience. Another quote is, how did this happen? Who's to blame? Well, certainly there are those who are more responsible than others, and they will be held accountable. But again, truth be told, if you're looking for the guilty, you only need to look in the mirror. And as the rhetor, V is essentially telling the oppressed citizens of the United Kingdom that they only have themselves to blame for looking the other way for far too long and allowing their own government to commit atrocities against them and take advantage of them. And to answer my research question and identify any implications, one of the implications is this was a movie, and it's not real, but I think there are a lot of things that you can draw parallel to it, especially nowadays. And the results of my analysis would confirm that the types of ideologies that lead to formation of authoritarian leadership are those that are based on fear, and totalitarian regimes rise to power by uniting people behind a hegemony that capitalizes on existing devastation within a society by using fear as a control tactic, and they capitalize on the vulnerable and give a false sense of security by enforcing heavy-handed oversight. And at one point or another, this is intensely controlled way of living becomes too much for the public to handle, and thereby making the dominant ideology seem less enticing, which encourages a revolutionary mindset. So, thank you.